Welcome back to the channel. In today's video I'm going to be showing you 3 reasons why I think the Canon 7D Mark II is no good for wildlife photography. Here it is, the 7D Mark II. Okay, so just quickly, if you're new here, my name is Ben Fitzcoster. I'm a wildlife photographer and filmmaker, and I do lots of videos on going out and finding wildlife with my camera. So if you're interested in cameras, wildlife, photography and filmmaking, then consider subscribing, because otherwise you'll miss out. With that being said, let's get into the 3 reasons why this camera isn't any good for wildlife photography. Okay, so the first reason why I don't think the Canon 7D Mark II is any good for wildlife photography is because it doesn't have a flip out LCD screen. And in fact, let me just show you that. Here it is. So as you can see here, the screen just doesn't come out. It doesn't flip out. And so this is obviously quite annoying, because if you're a wildlife photographer you would know that pretty much 80% to 100, a lot of the time, you want to be getting down low to eye level with the animals that you're photographing. I mean, not all the time obviously, but yeah. So say for example you're laying down on the ground and you're trying to get a photo of an animal, and you're there for a prolonged period of time because, you know, it's wildlife and they're not always hanging around. So you gotta wait there, and you gotta like bend your neck when you're laying down flat on the ground, because there's no screen. Whereas if you had the screen to flip out, you could sort of plant it down on the ground and flip the screen out, and you're just not gonna hurt your neck as much as you do. Because I mean, I do. I've hurt my neck. Yeah, I've hurt my neck. And the next reason that I don't like the 7D Mark II is because of this. I'm going to put that back on quick because I just don't like dust. So what do I actually mean by that? I mean, obviously the sensor. It's an APS-C cropped sensor. So you're getting a 1.6 times crop on everything. So no matter what lens you're putting on it, you times it by 1.6 and that's what you get. And I know a lot of you are probably thinking about buying the 7D Mark II, or have bought it, because it is an APS-C crop sensor camera and it's going to give you that additional reach on the end of your super zoom telephoto lens, and so that you can get super up close and personal with all the wildlife. And yeah, that's another reason why I bought it. I'm not going to lie, but since having it, I've realised that there are also cons to having an APS-C sensor, and one of the major ones for me has been low light photography. Now, it just doesn't really perform at all, really, in low light. I've been out trying to photograph badgers in the woodland, even when there's direct sunlight hitting the woodland, I'm in, and so it's kind of shaded. I'm putting the ISO up, obviously to like max, which is like something crazy. Hang on, 1 second. Yeah, so it's like 16,000 ISO. It's something crazy like that. Anyway, I'll whack it right the way up to the top, and you know, you get a lot of noise. I mean, I don't know what I expect when I'm whacking my ISO right to the top, but you get a lot of noise. Anyway, even when on a tripod, it still really does struggle in low light conditions. And for this reason, I'm saying this is another reason why you should not buy it, because of the APS-C crop sensor. I think it depends on your personal preference whether or not you want, you know, photo quality, or if you want to be able to get closer to the animals, you know, slightly closer. For me, I want to be able to get the photo quality and just be, you know, slightly less zoomed in on it. And so that's a reason for me why, you know, looking back now, I'd probably go for a full frame camera. But yeah, I think it's personal preference. Anyway, moving on to the last point. Before we go any further with this video, I would just like to quickly get in there. If you're liking it, then please feel free to subscribe and hit that like button, because it helps me out a lot, and thank you very much. Okay, so the final reason why the Canon 70 Mark II is no good for wildlife photography is going to be a quick one, because I know that pretty much everyone has stopped watching this video by now, but basically it is the autofocus system. It is not particularly great. Okay, initially I thought it was good because I moved up to the 70 Mark II from a Pentax K50, and I was like, damn, you know, like the autofocus is like insane. I was like, oh my god, 65, 64. Oh, I should really know the stats. How many points has it got? Yeah, so 65 autofocus points it's actually got on the camera, which is like incredible. It does 10 frames a second, which is really cool. But yeah, I've just found the autofocus because I've had experience since doing my course here on wildlife documentary productions that with other cameras that have been significantly quicker with the auto function. Now, as to whether or not it's a malfunction with my own camera or not, I don't know, but I don't think it is. This camera, I will look after it. But I have heard from other people that have got the same camera, they're having the same issue with it just being a bit slow on the autofocus, and this can sometimes mean you're going to miss certain shots, like birds in flight and things like that. But aside from that, this camera is really good camera, and if you want to know why I love it, the 3 reasons why I love it in fact, make sure you subscribe, because I'm going to be releasing another video on those 3 reasons. So aside from that, thanks again very much for watching. Leave a like, leave a comment. In fact, what wildlife camera would you use? What is your most preferred wildlife camera? Put that down in the comments below. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.